if we're talking about the justice system, if she took out a whole bunch of texts and only showed the parts that make him look bad, the justice system depends on evidence. So if you deleted the text messages, but she didn't, and she has them, that's the justice system. That's what you have to deal with. So off those text messages, I think this was already going the wrong way.
So the word got out that he deleted the text messages.
But no. But here's the thing: the text
Okay.
messages that she showed. Some people are saying that she didn't show, like it's cut off at certain parts, so we don't know the context.
Oh,
in which he's saying
yeah.
stuff, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So that the counter argument is, if her lawyers are the ones bringing the text forward, well, his lawyers could also have countered the whole situation by bringing the full text from his phone forward.
Yeah, because apparently, based on my power observations of how lawyers could do their job, from watching Power, it seems like they can agree to exclude certain evidence from the show. You can exclude certain evidence if it wasn't already there. Like when they turn in their pieces of evidence, like I don't know if you can add more evidence later. I may be wrong, but that's what I gathered.
Yeah, because I think they do have to submit all their evidence before the hearing and whatnot. If I'm wrong, someone correct me. But yeah, I mean, when they saw that evidence, I think they could have made a plea to submit the full text messages if he had them. He didn't have them. But it's very interesting that so many people are so surprised by the justice. By evidence submission alone, we know that the justice system is flawed. The justice system is filled with people. They can only make judgments to a certain point, and they can only make the best judgments based on the evidence and based on their ability to think upon the evidence submitted. So much so that when you submit false evidence or evidence with a skewed perspective, it can change the perspective of the jury and the judge. You can influence the case a certain way that the case isn't supposed to go, thereby skewing it from the truth. For example, when Johnny Depp and Amber Heard happened, you and I, we were like, bro, like this is wild. The dude was getting canceled from his positions before the case was even over. After the case was over, his positions still weren't restored. There's no justice in the justice system in the sense that people think that all the evidence and all the time, all of these situations are going to be judged perfectly. That's impossible. That if that were to be the case, I would want to be in the justice system because they obviously have some superpower that us normal people do not have.
Yeah, and you know what I think? I always would think, because apparently, because you know the judge or the jury, how they're supposed to be non-biased.
Yes,
you already know people gonna be biased, man.
Yeah, these are normal people. How are they not gonna be biased?
They're gonna be biased, man. I wonder how many trials have had bias to an extreme level when it came to black versus white. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because we know it's a real thing. We know what happens, and majority of the people aren't going to be righteously judging. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah.
They're going to have their preference, you know, on what they consider good or bad, or true or false. You know what I mean? Like they might be more susceptible to accept that a person of certain color is innocent than the other. You know, just off rip. And you can't. They can lie on the test or whatever you do to get on the jury. They can lie on that. Because he was winning. He was in the clear. Not